Pues llegamos aquí a otro capítulo más de Estadio Vida, las crónicas aquí de Juan y Memo. Bueno, hoy vamos a hablar un poquito de lo que es qué le está pasando al PSG, al PSG. Real Madrid les dio la vuelta, Real Madrid los descalifica, un triplete de Karim Benzema los deja fuera de la Champions League. El dueño ya no sabe qué hacer. Hubo reportes, de hecho, que estaba bien enojado en las gradas después del partido.
Con el árbitro, ¿no?
Sí, con todos, me imagino.
Con todos, sí.
Entonces, te hago la pregunta, ¿no? Pero antes de empezar, bueno, comentarte un poquito, ¿no? O sea, traen a Neymar, Mbappé.
Equipazo.
Luego
Nombres.
llegan a la final de la Champions League, la pierden contra el Bayern.
Ajá.
Después dicen, ¿sabes qué? Pues, ¿qué más podemos hacer? Bueno, pues traemos a Messi. A Messi. Vamos a traer a Messi.
Yeah.
Creo que con él vamos a ganar la Champions League y se hacen más fuertes. Cada temporada parece que se hacen más fuertes en cuanto al equipo ¿no? En cuanto a eso. Pero en la Champions League siguen
fallando.
No dando la talla, fallando. Entonces, ¿te sorprende qué pasa con el PSG, con el PSG? Juanito, cuéntame un poco.
Bueno, sorprendente para mí, no. Sorprendente para muchos, sí, porque los nombres que tienen, ¿no? Para mí, el favorito, casi estoy seguro, yo escogí al Real Madrid para pasar al PSG. Y las razones, creo que no muchos la platican. The modern game, el fútbol moderno, como que ha sobrepasado el estilo de fútbol que juega el PSG. Pochettino, este PSG de Pochettino no juega al igual que el Tottenham que tenían, que llegó a la final con tu Liverpool. Ese equipo era un equipo que relied a lot on some pressure and counterattack with Son and Kane, and that's how they would, kill teams. Obviously, it didn't work out for them in Champions League. That's just, look who they're playing, the masters of high press and counters. Pero este equipo de PSG de Pochettino no juega igual. Y creo que platicamos esto un poco antes de grabar aquí. El Real Madrid, el Benzema ya había anotado su hat-trick. Tenían que anotar otro gol el PSG para seguir en el encuentro, ¿no? Para seguir en el partido, ¿no? Y el Real Madrid was working them around the 18. It's like, okay, this does not look like a team that is looking to score and win the match or tie the match, right? There was a play I remember towards the end where Madrid got literally a free kick right outside of the 18. And then one camera angle shot showed, I think it was like Messi and Neymar just like chilling in the back. That's not a team that's showing that you need to get the ball back to score in the 80-something minute, En mi opinión, el fútbol moderno ha sobrepasado ese tipo de fútbol que es ball dominant, ball possession at all times. Nowadays, you have to have a team that's able to adapt to defending and pressing when you need to. And that's literally not PSG, at least not this Pochettino team. A lot of it might have to do with egos. Maybe a coach or a manager of Pochettino's name might be having a hard time going up to Neymar and Messi like, hey, I have an idea of changing the formation, but I need you to press more. I need you to defend a little more. I need you to run a little more, right? Like, I can't picture a Klopp team having imagine if like a Salah or a Mane were lazy.
Yeah.
Like, they would be benched right away. Like, he would much prefer a Jota coming in or like a young kid coming off the bench that he knows is just going to be on point, on it all the time.
Exactly.
That's just looking at it just from a quick glance. I'm sure there's more problems. I've always mentioned that I'm not the biggest fan of Marquinhos. He's a highly rated center back. Sometimes even like on FIFA, he's like an high 80s or something. It's like, in my opinion, and I think we discussed it on a previous video, is like the modern center back, especially for a team that's going to have full ball control and that's their success, to not get countered. In modern football, you need a strong, fast center back that does not make mistakes. and I feel like Marquinhos makes mistakes all the time. It doesn't really get talked about because in La Liga, in League One, they get. I don't want to say they get a pass because they're playing easy teams. No, it's like it's still a top league, but it's not like they're playing in the Premier League, right? Like a Liverpool playing a Chelsea every weekend or a City. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pero
I agree with you. Okay, one, La Ligue 1. I don't think it's that great. I mean, I don't think it's super competitive. I think it's
one of the top 5.
But I would just put 5.
Yeah,
I would
exactly.
put like 5 below,
Right.
Obviously. But anyway, I think it's PSG and 19 more teams. Like, I mean, there's Olympique Lyon, Marseille.
Lille has good teams here and there.
Exactly. But it's nice, surprising when you see another team competing against PSG for the title. Yeah, I think that's what makes it exciting. But for the most part, before it begins, PSG is most likely going to win it. However, I think PSG, what they have to compete on or what they have to prove themselves is in the Champions League, which they have the best team probably in the world and as far as players, but they're not great. They don't seem to be playing great, obviously. Chemistry lacks. I think Pochettino is not the manager to run that club. He's a great coach. Pochettino, el estilo Pochettino lo vimos con Tottenham y es muy bueno. Pero no creo que sea el entrenador, el director técnico indicado para hacer funcionar a un PSG. Creo que más bien sería un Zidane, quien lo ha hecho con el Real Madrid, lleno de estrellas. Creo que Zidane quizás sea el coach indicado para llegar a un PSG y más bien como que bajarle los humos a todas las estrellitas. Ahí parece que tiene mucho ego.
Exactly.
Que no le echan ganas, que son son futbolistas de farándula. Ya el Neymar se pone, es una novela con Neymar. Creo que el Neymar se empezó a dedicar a otras cosas, ya no se dedica completamente al fútbol. Messi, pues obvio, es Messi, pero no está funcionando. Mbappé es el más rescatable que está jugando, pero él ya se va, parece que ya se va a ir. Y el resto de los jugadores, la verdad no sé, tienen como para 2-3 planteles, para 2-3 starting 11s, ¿no? Pero no, parece que no juegan a nada. No, es como que dependen mucho de las individualidades de cada jugador. Como que dicen, ¿sabes qué? Ahorita Messi nos va a sacar de esta. Ahorita una individualidad de Neymar nos saca de esta. Una de Mbappé nos saca de esto y ganamos y así.
Sí.
Entonces creo que están dependiendo mucho de eso. Y no
en la
juegan.
Champions League no se puede.
Exactamente. En la Champions League, it's only going to get you so far, but not to where you want to go, ¿no? Entonces creo que ahí fue lo que les ha fallado. ¿Me sorprende? No me sorprende tampoco que lo hayan sacado de la Champions League porque sabemos que PSG pues tiene esa reputación de que llega a la Champions y llegan la ronda de knockout stage, la ronda de calificación ya de los cuartos o octavos para arriba y sabemos que pierden o quedan descalificados, they choke.
Choking is that word that we use here a lot. Yeah,
right. So they choke and basically I don't know what else do they need. I just think they need maybe another coach. I want to say Pochettino is going to leave. He's probably going to get to United. And I think Zidane's out there, and I think they'll probably go after Zidane. And they're talking about obviously probably bringing Ronaldo to PSG because talking about Ronaldo wanting to leave United, obviously. I think so. There's a lot of things that are probably going to happen this summer where PSG is going to look after and see like who else they can get and replace Mbappe because he's most likely leaving. And then Messi, I'm not sure if he's probably going to be on the move as well, probably trying to go back to Barcelona. I don't know.
Pero como dices, la cosa más importante, even if they make any changes, whether it's Zidane coming in, Mbappe leaving, then bringing in another player, whoever it might be.
It's the attitude. I think the players'
La
attitude.
mentalidad. They literally have like a chill roller coaster mentality. Like we saw it, we would see it, I think, a lot, and you might not be able to think this far back, but remember Los Galácticos when Madrid had literally got every single star of football at the moment. Like their ultimate goal was winning a Champions League. Like they didn't, right? Like they couldn't. And it even when they brought in Mourinho, I don't even think they really did much other than maybe win like one league and competing against the monster Barcelona of the times. But no, yeah, like more that it's a lot of that mentality, right? Like we were talking about in a previous video, like Klopp built a foundation with Liverpool. Now a team like PSG needs to get that across their head. It's like, sure, some names matter, the quality of your players matter, but if they're not willing to put forth the effort and adapt
I think a lot
to a modern game, like it's not gonna matter no matter who they bring in.
I think, I mean, having a superstar team can only get you too far,
Right.
because I think there's a lot of egos that kind of get in
Exactly.
between. So it's not the same as bringing like superstar players, like just bringing them all in, like after they're superstars, or building them into superstars. Then that's different.
Yeah.
You know, because when you build them, like when you bring players that are like, okay, that's a promising player. You know, he's playing good or he's playing great, but he has the potential to be a superstar. So let's bring him in right now that he's playing well.
Yeah.
Bring him in, kind of gel him into the team and all that, and like build the players.
Yeah.
Kind of what Liverpool does. You know, they bring players. Like they didn't bring Salah as a superstar. They didn't bring Mane as a superstar.
Right.
They didn't bring Van Dijk as a superstar. They were promising players. They were great. They were playing great, but they built them into that. So that's different because the mindset of the players are like,
Right.
you know, we came up together. We have the same objective.
Yep.
We want to grow. We want to win. So let's do it.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, that has to become from the manager. And when you have a lot of egos like Messi, Neymar,
Yeah.
Mbappe, anybody that you name
Yeah.
really in PSG,
Yeah. Any.
is like Marquinhos, like just name any player, like Hakimi, like, you know, like they're all big players. So like when you have all those egos, like
Yeah.
they're not gonna, I don't know, like they're just like, I'm not gonna do this if he's not gonna do that.
Right.
Or like I don't know, but
Maybe a Zidane would work for them. Like you said, like he might be able to come in and is like, okay, yeah, you guys have some egos, but hey, we need to actually play hard.
exactly.
On
I mean,
the field.
I think the reason why Zidane worked at Real Madrid really well was because Zidane was a superstar.
Yeah.
He understood
Right.
the players, and I think that's kind of what you need, you know, in these situations or these teams that are built or that have too many superstars. I think you need to bring in somebody that understands them in a way, you know, because I think it's like to change their mentality, you know, say like, hey, I was in your shoes, man. Like this is, but you
Yeah.
need, you know, this is what we need to do. Like I
Exactly.
was there, like, and the players can be like, oh yeah, you know, Zidane, obviously, like, okay. So I think, is it surprising? No. Who are they going to get after? I don't even know who's left to go after, but I'm sure there are going to be changes in PSG.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm happily, it's a happy disappointment for
Yeah.
me,
Exactly.
porque la verdad no me gusta.
New money.
O sea,
That new money teams.
Cuando son equipos superpoderosos con que nomás llegan con el billete queriendo ganar copas con puro dinero, billete y todo eso, creo que le hace mal al fútbol. Creo que no lo hace competitivo y todo eso. Entonces, pues cuando pasan estas situaciones de que dices, sabes que el dinero no te puede comprar un campeonato, es como que te da esa alegría, te da así como que sí, o sea, como que entiende que el dinero no es todo,
Yeah.
el dinero no te puede comprar los campeonatos. Sí te puede comprar, obvio, algunos, pero cuando son la Champions League creo que
Yeah.
necesitas más que dinero y necesitas más
And
que eso.
a club like Chelsea is a great example. Like, yeah, they had a billionaire come in, you know, invest a lot of money into players and stuff, but much more importantly, the managers matter, the playing style matters, like who they brought in, like that mentality again,
Exactly.
what we're talking about. And Chelsea's a prime example. You can be a new money team, but
You need to bring in,
that
like, the right
mentality matters too as
people.
well.
Exactly.
So,
Alrighty. Entonces, pues así lo dejamos. We'll qualify it as a happy disappointment.
yeah. I think I'm in agreement with that.
Sale, pues bueno, pues muchísimas gracias por sintonizarnos. No se les olvide suscribirse, compartir, comentar qué piensan ustedes, cómo se sienten. A lo mejor algunos fans del PSG no les gusta lo que estamos diciendo, pero pues déjenos ahí los comentarios, no hay problema. Ahí también el hate comment. We like
El hate
them.
comment, yeah.
We like them too, so it's okay.